What's up, guys? It's Dono. This week I'm going to be talking to you about where to start if you're just barely starting rapping. Let's say you never rapped before, you never tried anything, but you want to. This video I'm going to go over a couple different ways, a couple different starting points that you can use to really kick it off and start working towards developing a craft and developing a style. So let's get right into it. The first thing you can do is just listen more. So by that I mean either listen more deeply to the songs you already like, or you can kind of expand your current listening circle. So the reasons that you want to do this are so that you can get a feel for kind of like the style, for how the craft works. If you haven't had a whole lot of exposure to a lot of different kinds of rap, you're going to have a very limited view. So my suggestion would be find new artists, find new songs that you like, and then listen very carefully. Listen to the way that the MC puts words together, the way that they flow, the way that they use vocabulary, put together stories, etc., etc. Just pay very close attention and kind of get a feel for the things that you like and dislike, for the things that you like to emulate and the things that you like to avoid. And that way you can at least start getting an idea of where you want to be at some point. Now, another thing that I would tell you to do is to just memorize a verse. So find a song that you like, start memorizing one of the verses. Just repeat it over and over and over until you get the whole thing into your head, and then you can recite it while it goes on with the music. This will help you get a feel for, how you can flow, how a song might sound, and by putting yourself in those shoes and repeating it yourself, you actually get the experience. So you actually get a feeling for how difficult it is to set up all the nuances and put everything together. Now, I'm not suggesting that you memorize somebody's verse and then try to pass it off as your own. That's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. Please don't get that impression. All I'm saying is, it's just like piano, like there's songs that a lot of people know. They play the piano, it's the same song, and that's a good starting point. That's not where you're going to want to be when you end up. And another thing I would suggest is once you really get into the rhythm and have this song down, start playing with the words a little bit. Start playing with the flow a little bit. Start messing with it. Bring some originality into it and get a feel for what it's like to kind of play on a verse within the structure of somebody else's song, because that way you have a good baseline. It's very easy to copy someone else's work and then kind of play around in it. Again, don't try to pass it off as your own work or anything, but if you're just starting, then this is kind of what you need to jumpstart you. Another thing I would suggest if you've just started is put some rhymes on paper. Start writing. It doesn't matter if the flow's not perfect, doesn't matter if the structure's not great, just start writing something. A lot of people find it helpful to also have an instrumental playing in the background while they write. I do too most of the time, so if that helps you, throw on an instrumental. If not, don't worry about it. It's just to start getting kind of your brain used to rhyming things together, writing in a poetic style, and helping you start to develop a writing style. One big important disclaimer that I want to put on here is once you've written some things out, make sure that you recite them. Because that was one of my biggest problems is I wrote for a very long time before I started trying to perform and recite things, and it's been a very, very difficult transition because I didn't build those skill bases at the same time. That's something that I'm still working through. So save yourself some time and some hassle and develop both of those skills simultaneously. One other big thing that I want to suggest to you, even if you've never rapped before, is to just try and start freestyling. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it, just start. Just get your voice active. Start putting on instrumentals, trying to freestyle over them. Don't have an instrumental, try to freestyle without it. Just get your brain used to kind of thinking and speaking in a poetic way. And it's not going to be great if you're just starting out. That's fine. Everybody has to start somewhere, so just keep practicing and working on it. And that's really the biggest thing. If you're just starting out, you don't need to be amazing. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start getting into the craft and start trying a few things, start experimenting, start building your talents, building your skills. And you'll find that as you practice, you start finding your own way. You find your own path into the music. And if you're really into it, then yeah, it'll come. You just have to practice, same as the rest of it. All right, that's all I've got as far as the video. As always, don't forget to check out my music promotion website, noteis.us. If you make music, throw yours on there. We're always looking for new artists. I've also got some t-shirts made up. Now mine's here so I can show you what it looks like. Ta-da! Says ask me to spit a freestyle. It's kind of cool if you wear it out. People ask you to spit. It's kind of fun. I'll put a link up so you can get your own if you want. I also have a Facebook page where I answer questions. Like once a week I'll go through there, clear out the question box, maybe add some more stuff to the to-do list in terms of these how-to videos. Feel free to add me on there, ask me any questions, or put them down in the comment box. I'll get to those as well. And that's all I've got for today. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment box and I'll get to them as quick as possible. See you guys.